So you've left the checkpoint, come up the canal, you cross this little road and then stay on the canal for the next 2 miles, taking the second left little bridge over it. As you come along the canal, you're looking for this little bridge across, and you go across that bridge and up the track to the A65. So just after you cross the canal, you come up to the A65, so please cross with care. It's a restricted byway that we've just come up, and we're going on to Sour Lane to Thirlby and Sturton. So as we come to the end of Sour Lane, there's Tarn House Holiday Park straight on. There's turning to the right, but we're going left up Bog Lane, and it's a nice sharp climb up there for quite a way, so enjoy. So as we leave Sturton with Thorlby, come up to this public footpath here and we turn right going that way, and this is a short section of the Dales Highway, so you're going down there straight across to a main road. So as we come up here, we don't carry straight on the Dales Highway, just need to be careful. We're on Grassington Road and we're just going down here for about 100 metres and turning off to right to Hag Farm. So I'd stay on this side of the road until the end of the little sort of lay-by, then cross over, and you've got good sight lines once you're down there, but don't try and cross just here because it's a bit dangerous, but you're only going for about 100 yards anyway. So as we come down the main road, you're looking for this farm on the right, Hag Farm, and you can see Hag Farm up in the distance, and we're going down that track. Please make sure that you close the gate into the farm, because there will be sheep around and we don't want them escaping onto the road. So coming down this track, go over some water, and as you carry on along the track, as we go round, you're looking up there and there's a railway crossing which we don't want you to use. There's a bridge underneath it to the left, which we've had a word with the farmer, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So we've got a short section here which is on private property. We've had a word with the farmer, who has said we can use his land on the proviso that the gates that you see, every runner must close the gate after them, even if there's somebody behind, because that person behind may not realise that they may think that the gate was already open. So make sure you all close it, unless you physically hand it to somebody and say don't forget to close it. And as you come up here, there's a track showing which goes up to Hag Farm, but we're not using that track. If you look over to the far corner on the right, and it'll be on the GPX file, there is a yellow topped post. Aim for that yellow top post and go over that wall. You're then back on the public footpath. So we're going up past those posts and up to that yellow post and over the wall there. When you're coming along here, don't be tempted to go through that gate to the left. You've got to follow to the right of the wall, and where you can see that bit of a gap in the wall ahead, that's where you're going through. Just be careful of this wall that you're going over. There are some steps up, but it's a bit sketchy on top. Drop isn't the best of drops, but the dry stone wall is very dry, a bit like some of my jokes sometimes, but it is it's had a bit of damage recently, so please be careful going over it. Just to show you some of the lovely scenery, although it's a bit misty over that way, we're expecting a rain shower soon, but we'll see how we go. It's really lovely over here and away from everybody. The Skipton golf course there, but there's nobody over here, which is brilliant. So as we go across the fields, I need to find out what that hill is to the left. I'm not sure what it is. I don't think I've ever been up there before, but there's a gate, there's a footpath sign, but I'm assuming you go through the gate and not over the wall, because there's no way I'm climbing over that. So having come across that big field, about to go through a little gate on top of a wall, and we're going across to that little gap in the wall there and then dropping down. As we're looking across, we can see Skipton Moor off to the right, and the quarry as well. There we go. So we've just come down a steep bank. We're just about to go through this gate, but before we do, got a lovely little flowing water, little stream that's come through there as we're heading up to the road. But nice to see that we've got some fast flowing water, especially with the drought we've had recently. So as we come up the footpath, we come out to the road, we're near Embsay, and we're turning right and going along there, starting to get into the top part of Embsay before we cut back and go towards Skipton. So as you're coming along in Embsay, you're looking for this doggy bin, red doggy bin on the right, and the public footpath down to Brackenley Lane in half a mile. And as you go down that little ginnel, there's some steep steps and you join the ultramarathon courses.